chance,
Let's
Lacey.
combine our money.
That's a significant chance, isn't it?
Hey,
that much money? It's more than you got just sitting on the couch.
Yeah. Somebody always wins. So.
They will.
It could just be from Oklahoma, right?
Would that not be
Oklahoma.
amazing? You're just someone we know, relative.
Lacey from Oklahoma.
Right.
You're like, uh-oh.
It'd be incredible. Guys, we have some dense fog we've been tracking this morning, kind of getting a little more issues now down to the south and southeast. We have no fog causing real visibility issues in Oklahoma City, a little bit of haze, but winds are picking up. Winds are still calm down 377, so from Prague to Ada down to Tishomingo, very dense. Also from Pauls Valley to Wynnewood down to Sulphur. If you're traveling I-35 southbound, that will definitely impact you. It's really starting to set up south of Prague, south of Shawnee. Again, that's where the winds are calm, but winds will pick up as we go through the day, and they'll be downright windy overnight tonight, gusting into the day tomorrow, being pulled into this storm system. The warm front's lifted into Canada. It's in the upper 50s right now in North Dakota, which is warmer than the typical afternoon high for this time of year. That all changes when the main storm swings out, and we start to see the effects of that as rain and eventually severe storms across Oklahoma. On our Pike Pass Skycam network, live from Tower Cam, skies are clear. Temps are in the 50s, some low 60s. South winds starting to pick up some now, gusting to 25 in the northwest. Hour by hour this afternoon, we'll get some gusts 15, possibly to 30 in OKC as highs climb into the low 70s, lower mid, even upper 70s today in northwestern Oklahoma. For November 2nd, our average high is 66. We're above that. Tonight, we're dry. We're breezy tonight. Temps in the upper 50s, low 60s once again. And then tomorrow afternoon, low 70s. It'll be a cloudy day the way it looks as Gulf moisture continues to stream on in. The humidity will be pretty high in the afternoon. I do think by the evening a few showers possible for central and eastern Oklahoma tomorrow evening, with thunderstorms developing in our panhandle down into the Texas panhandle, and those could be severe. So after 6 o'clock tomorrow into the evening, the severe threat will be limited to the far northwest, where hail, wind, and a low tornado threat will be present. Then we'll work our way into the overnight hours, and more of the main energy from the system starts to approach. Now, zooming out and taking a look, you can see we're just getting some of the moisture streaming in the mid-upper levels of the atmosphere. Southwesterly flow of the jet stream starting to pick up. The main spin with the system is out over the Pacific Northwest, and that comes across the Rockies right across Oklahoma. It will cause the storms that fire up to race to the east. They're going to move very quickly. We may have a window for a few isolated storms, which we do not want with this system, and then eventually more of a line of storms forms that still will pose a pretty significant severe risk for damaging winds, and then also brief tornadoes possible. So we'll talk about this, break it down for you tomorrow, or Friday morning rather, not tomorrow morning, Friday morning. Thunderstorms likely in the west and northwest. Some data has slowed this system down a little bit, which would actually mean the severe threat's a little bit higher if that were to happen. And we would still have storms around into the afternoon, early evening hours. Some data brings the storms through very quickly, and they're out of here by Friday evening. So stay tuned to the timing of this. It's still being pinned down with cold enough there. You see the pink on the map? That'd be a few snowflakes mixing in by early Saturday morning. No accumulation, but we're cold enough with this system on the backside for that to happen. So by tomorrow night into Friday morning, tracking thunderstorms in western Oklahoma, likely severe storms off and on. Slight chance of rain in Oklahoma City early Friday, but that chance goes up midday. The severe threat will be there in the morning with hail up to the size of quarters. I think nickel dime size hail, damaging winds 50, 60, possibly as high as 70, and a few brief spin ups possible. That's why our trackers will be geared up monitoring these storms for you starting Thursday night, taking you all the way through Friday evening. Friday midday, 100% chance of rain into the early afternoon. And once those storms get going, it's really almost a statewide threat as they push to the east. Again, damaging winds possible along the line just above our heads. The winds are going to be so very strong. It won't take much to get damaging wind gusts out of this. And then also the threat for hail. Now, I put golf ball on here. Not everyone in this zone sees golf ball size hail. I think it'd be very isolated if anything. But if we get some of those larger stones, that's the zone we'd be concerned about. We'll have to monitor the entire state for a tornado threat, which actually could come up some if this system slows down. Then everything moves out by Friday evening, and then Friday night into Saturday, still a little light rain and maybe a few snow flurries in northern Oklahoma mixing in. Cold to start Saturday night into Sunday. Daylight saving time kicks in, and we'll have another strong cold front at the end of your 9-day. That's the latest with your forecast. Hannah, out to you.